Way to go, Pally! What do you think of that?
Ding dong!
Hey, overall, you suck! I am in the zone. You morons are about to catch a real beat.
Nice hustle, tons of fun. Next time, eat a salad.
It would not be an overstatement to say that Donk is one of CS2's hottest young prospects. At just 16 years old, he definitely passes the eye test in terms of raw mechanics against other established pro teams, and he is putting numbers up on the stat sheet. In this series, I want to highlight aspects of pro players that don't show up on the stat sheet, but elevate them to the next level. And the secret ingredient that he and all of Counter-Strike's young prodigies have in common is their extreme confidence, wide swinging every corner and dominating with their mechanics. So join me as we learn how Donk is able to take so many of these aggressive engagements and come out on top. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm partially analyzing Donk because he shares the same nickname as one of my dogs. Just need to get that out there. Now, the truth to gaining confidence in game is that it is highly momentum based. You're going to perform better if you played well in previous rounds. That's just how our brains are naturally wired. But what you can at least do is not get discouraged when a play doesn't go your way. At many points of the game, Donk is going to be punished for his aggression, or this round where poor timing leads Donk to lose a round to a ninja defuse. Yet he doesn't change his playstyle, and quickly finds his stride again at the first moment of success. For long-term development, you need to realize that the right play doesn't always work out, and the wrong play sometimes works out in your favor. You have to separate the results from your play, and figure out if what you did was the correct way to approach the situation, and what you could have done to rectify the results for the future. But let's just say you want really short-term results, and need to be able to chain together good plays to keep up your momentum. The first thing is to let your teammates help you, which I know already doesn't inspire confidence in a lot of you. But this doesn't necessarily equate to baiting either. Watch this round where Donk is going to entry frag for his team. As soon as he is mollied out and then smoked, he initially tries to flash himself in to push, but doubles back when he realizes his palace player is not in position to get his trade. As a result, Donk doubles back to throw another flash, where he then entries onto Tetris, where he flushes out and kills a player under balcony. Despite Donk knowing there are at least 2 CTs in the connector stairs area from his palace players, he jumps out onto stairs and systematically dismantles all of them. Utilizing the brief moment of distraction gained from his enemy shooting at his teammate, Donk seizes the opportunity to make a risky play, where none of the CTs are prepared for him. Donk is only able to make this play because he waited for his teammate Palace to get information and to protect him when he makes the stair jump, which he expertly uses to create a winning play. But you won't see opportunities like this unless you are unpredictable. You won't always find huge plays just by playing correctly, because then your opponent is more aware of how to counter you. Take round 9 for example. Donk's teammate is going to be slowly approaching apartments before Donk stomps through. But this rejection of fundamentals allows Donk to get the timing on his opponent and completely catches him off guard. There's really not much that the CT could have done in this situation without foresight into Donk's antics. And instead of being satisfied by the advantage that he has gained for his team, Donk immediately pushes through apartments, where he's able to find the cat player and wins the duel with the superior positioning gained by his relentless rush, winning B instantly. Although under most circumstances, solo pushing B aggressively would just lead to a molly, a smoke, and a partridge in a pear tree, throwing in a round like this every once in a while can get you the slight advantage and momentum needed to completely dominate a round. And that's half the battle with these rounds. You just need to commit to the fight and not be afraid of the result. For most of these fights, Donk is just going to take a straight on aim duel, oftentimes without repositioning or throwing utility, and just utilizes his aim. Of course, this is way easier when the mechanical skill gap between you and your opponent is as large as this, but learning how to frag hunt and being this unapologetic about not using fundamentals is a skill in its own right. There's no shame in brute forcing your way to a win if you are able to. You just need to accept the fact that you're not going to be able to do it every game, or even every round. What really separates you from your toxic teammate who you hate the fact that he is top fragging is the amount of duels taken. Because if you always play the right way, which tends to be a slower, more cautious approach, over time, you are going to get less practice for aim duels and you are going to suffer because of it. This is why Donk, Monacy, Stewie2K, and most of Counter-Strike's young prodigies were able to be so successful so young. They are willing to take all of the duels that they can get, which serves as the practice that they needed for pro games. So don't be afraid to play hyper-aggressive and risky, because that will help you develop much faster than only playing in one static style. Of course, that's only assuming that you are approaching these duels in the right way. Donk is a master of taking aim duels, but perhaps the best aspect of his play is his wide swings. I'm going to put a bit of an asterisk here since as of currently, wide swings are really strong in CS2 due to sub-tick, but regardless of the current issues at hand, Donk has already shown incredible fundamentals whenever he goes for a swing. I've talked about it in a short before, which will be in the top right now, but whenever you go for a wide swing, you should always make sure that you give yourself enough time to reach full velocity. If you hug the corner before you go for a swing, you'll only reach about 75% of your max speed as you go for the swing, making the opponent more likely to kill you. Take the round from the intro of this video. Although Donk is a bit late to get his teammates trade outside of A main, watch as he constantly uses as much space as possible before he stops, making all of these duels practically impossible for the CTs to win. Combine that with the fact that his teammates are swinging with him and not baiting, the CTs simply cannot stop this push. Make sure you practice how to take duels, and maximize your advantages if you want to make the most out of practicing aggression, and you'll see success much sooner. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I'll see you guys very soon.